Uh-oh. Did I crash the party? Did I do that? Here, hold on. Here's a better reference. Um, did I crash? Did I crash? Wait for it. Did I crash the stock market again? Oh, I gotta really stop doing that. Ah ha ha. What can I say? Zero Cool was kind of a big influence. Yeah, man. I know he was a made up little kid that didn't really exist, but he was based off of the son of a very relatively well known in academic circles and the like. You know what? You don't need me to tell you about it. I just thought it would be fun to talk about. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm kind of like still having issues with this whole. I don't know how I managed to break the studio again this time. It seemed like it was working pretty good for a while. Like this evening, it was working fine for the most part. I was basically in control, of my stream, of my show. It's actually very important as a producer to maintain control of your own, like, programs, because you might end up, like, breaking the law. Who knows what might step in front of your camera? Hey, and then you're the producer. You're responsible for whatever steps in front of your camera. So congratulations. Way to be responsible. How does it feel now, having all these responsibilities to make you feel like such an adult? Yeah, I never would have recommended them. I'd like to think I'm a true friend like that. Kind of friend that says, you should consider perhaps maybe not diving head first, balls deep into this whole like commitment, responsibility, and like uh, uh, a something or other way of life. Don't get me wrong, if you can handle it, that's fine. I just never been able to. I usually like can't make it to places on time. I usually stand people up and forget that we had appointments. And on top of that, I'd rather be home playing video games and making music anyways. Uh, Maybe. Some of that's bound to be true. Some of that is bound to be a lie. A cold blooded, dirty, rotten lie. Here on the Zot the Avenger rules on the Twitch and the JJ on Twitter. The Trip Zipuno. Yeah. Alright. I still gotta finish making my cocktail. I got the Mountain Dew, but I was so busy, like, just taking. You know what? That reminds me. It's gonna turn into an icebox in here. I just wanted to blow out some of this. You know how it can be in a studio when you got all these, like, high powered machines, these workhorses, these computers, information systems, whatever, dude. They're ancient. They're practically as old as I am, if you can believe that. So naturally, it gets a little warm in here, and they're not even overclocked. I know, I'm sure you're disappointed in me, but I tend to hack things usually when it means that there's no risk that I might ruin my whole system. I know the likelihood is a minimal risk. Trust me, I understand the risk. I've modded PlayStation 3s using the what do they call that thing? The E3 chip, which is, by the way, a fantastic way to, you know, it doesn't work. I guess the hen method is the easiest and definitely a very fun and effective way to mod something like that kind of console. But if you're gonna, do the fully customized firmware as opposed to hen, which does have its benefits, let me tell you. Yeah, I know the risks, and when it comes to home computers, it's the same. Or like there was that time. It's like sometimes you soft mod these consoles and these telephones, these smartphones. Sometimes you can get a good constructive jailbreak foothold situation going on. But other times you got to do the hardware mod, and so what? I'm more than willing to do it most of the time on my consoles and systems once they get to be like so old they're not really worth anything anymore, and nobody really like they're not trendy to hack anymore or jailbreak, and nobody really wants to, and nobody really cares if I do, which by the way makes pirating the software, I mean taking advantage of all the readily available abandonware all over the varying fantastic plethora of information sources available all over planet Earth, made available by information people. The kind of people that, hey, you need some information? You should talk to my information people. They run the information systems. It helps. It helps. Granted, sometimes, the information systems, they can backfire. And that's when you end up like, what, blue screen of death? You could call it that. You could definitely call this a blue screen. But then again, I don't know if I would. Call me crazy. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Is it just me, or does that look a little bit Zot the Avenger purple to me? Doesn't look purple. Not at all. Well, at least it made for an okay interlude. Yeah, man, the day that Times Square has my band logo all over the place, um, that won't be a big deal. And even if Wall Street were to crash, like, how are they gonna crash? What, like a worm that turns the currency into valueless? Nah, man. I just think it would be funny. It's like a website defacement. It's like a graffiti tag on a wall. It's like, hey man, and if I did it in a video game, like in a virtual representation of reality, it wouldn't even have to really be real, and it would still probably make me snicker just as much to look at it. I've been to Times Square. That was a while ago. Back when I was last at Times Square, I had just written a song called I Want to Be a Terrorist, which was a song that I made because I'm kind of a computer security nerd, and that sometimes translates into the real world security. But I thought it would be a really good exercise to make a badass punk rock song that's kind of like tinged with Middle Eastern chord progressions of the what do they call that one chord? It's not the mixolydian. It's not the major nor the minor. It's not the blues. You know what? Anyways, and I think at one point towards the end of that song, I say, people will have seen better days when they run around Times Square on fire in a bloodbath, terror, craze. Yeah, and then I think it's those like oil tankers and chemical spills, or wait, no, it's like, you know what? You can listen to that one on your own free time. Really, I don't plan on playing that one live anytime. I don't really have a reason to. I don't know what I have a reason to do, and that's awkward because I just posted a song on SoundCloud about reasons, and it doesn't really. Whew, I tend to come up with some pretty clever wise guy remarks and cracks. Sometimes they're snide, sometimes they're silly groaners like a dad joke. Usually clever. Somehow talking about Bright Idea Records and the songs and like everything about it, it seems like a surefire way to stick my foot in my mouth about something. Granted, I don't know because I'm shameless, like I've said before, but just talking about the crazy shit that this record label's been through, that I've been through. Shit, man. It's just music. It's just all basically all original music brought to you Bright Idea Records. Apparently, I don't know. I gotta fix the domain name. Did that really happen? Please tell me that's not reality. Let me try to just try to pull this up on the phone here, and then I don't have to be upset. Like, I just barely got calm enough to get to this point. I was pretty upset, man. I was like needing medication. My shoulder was, yeah, I found a better way if I use, like, you know what, I'll tell you about it later. But and then there was like the whole matter of oh, the ZTA cocktail. I still need a cigarette. Let me just check on the freaking website, if you don't mind, please. I just got to make sure, because I don't think it's supposed to expire, or I don't think it needs to be renewed until April. I thought that's what it was. I think I just recently checked that. Like, brightidearecords.com. There it is, brightidearecords.com. There's my site. If I click on the catalog button, oh, yay! It appears to still be okay. I'm telling myself to not trip out. Or no, wait, I'm telling myself to trip out. You know what? I think right now I'm going to try harder to just not trip out. Like, that is literally the advice on the Bright Idea. It says, yeah, don't adjust your browser, just trip out. I gotta try to not trip out right now, because I've just gotten over that. Alright. What now? I guess I can try to clue you in, just in case you're wondering. I know I could check the chat room and say hi like a civilized member of society and a good host of a television stream show internet thingammerbob built through the tubes of the internet by Al Gore. Amen. Yeah, oh, what was the question? Alex, what was the question? Oh, or wait, the answer? What was the answer, Alex? No, I'll give you the question. Whatever, dude. Yeah. This is not easy, man. There's a lot of different little triggers that I have to get freaked out over. Like, speaking of which, that makes me think of the time my father tried out for the Jeopardy game show and nearly started a race riot. Because, like, you know, he didn't get put on the show, even though he got practically every freaking answer correct with the appropriate question. But also, there were some other people that didn't get chosen to be on TV either. Or should I say neither? Some people of a darker skin complexion that don't necessarily react well to the lighting with the shine. It's good to powder up your people that are going to be shining the lights back into the camera. That's one simple way that I would handle that as a director. And, but I don't want to talk about it. It was awkward, man. I swear to God, that whole hippie generation, they were ready to protest, like, at the drop of a hat. You know what I mean? I'm not even making this up, dude. Like my old man especially. Oh, don't you worry about it. My mom, she could throw down too if she had to. I mean, whether it was for the homeless, you know, the owners of Mount Graham mountain, you know, because they were trying to build like satellites on it or something, and like, you know, that's not very nice. If somebody owns the property, it's not very nice. Yeah, these fucking hippies, dude. They're ready to protest, yeah, at the drop of a hat. I try to usually avoid protest and use it as like a last resort. Sometimes I wonder if I've got it all backwards. Because those hippies, those hippie parents of mine, I don't know how hippie they were, but they were definitely from that generation. You know, the civil rights, women's liberation, like, come on now. I'm the dropout. I don't need to tell you. Um, but yeah, they were. I never saw my mom burn a bra, so that's one thing. Maybe they weren't that extreme. Like, I figure if you've been protesting every day this week, and you've been protesting so much, you haven't done any homework. You were gonna go on a date, but you had to cancel and reschedule with the other party. Yeah, all just because you've been protesting so much, and now you're ready to just like burn a bra, just just like as if it's a cigarette. It's more of a habit now than a statement. When you gotta burn. Have you ever? Come on now, that could happen. I think I knew somebody, a young person that was afflicted with that very, you know, problem. That habit. It's an expensive habit, having to burn a bra once an hour or two, maybe like 5 bras a day, just for the hell of it, not even to make a statement. That's when I said, hey, you might want to try cigarettes. I think that's what you've been. I mean, just an idea. That's what it looks like you're trying. It looks like you're trying to smoke the bra. What are you doing? Sometimes it's weird when people dance and there's no music playing. Yeah. And sometimes it's weird when people set stuff on fire in a seemingly random fashion. I'll bet Madonna would like that joke because she's been known to use bras for fashion. Brasiers, tops. Yes, I can help you with that. No, I'm good. Ow, my shoulder. I can do this one-handed, baby. It's okay. Ah, yeah. Oh no, I was just picking your nose for you. Here, now I'll get behind you. Okay, there. Let them flop around and get comfy. There goes the boulder holder. Let your puppies be free and feel the wind gently breeze across them. Yeah. I'm already kind of a nervous wreck. Now I'm going to talk about boobs. I'm Cornelio. I've almost got this made. So what was the deal with